This video is on page 3 and 4 of our Check in One study guide. We're going to look at this first problem first. All right, this is example 8. This is a continuation of pages 1 and 2 we did yesterday. The local gas station charges a certain rate, dollars per liter for gas, as shown in the graph below. What is the price of gas at the gas station in dollars per liter? We know that per liter is for 1, and we have a point here. So here is what we have. And so if we did the y, which is this one, and the x is this one, y divided by x, y is 1.5, and x is 1. So that's going to be $1.50 is how much that's going to be for 1 liter of gas. Okay, and then I went a little further and asked, what does the 0.69 represent? So here's 9 and here's 6 right here. And we'll dot this one. Put it down, because you will probably have a question where it asks you what that means. So it says for 6 liters of gas, X is first, remember. It costs $9. For 6 liters of gas, it costs $9. For 6 liters of gas, it costs $9. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is 7G1 scale drawings. Remember, scale always has a 1 in the numerator. Scale factor must be the same units. And always find points on a graph and then divide y by x. So if we look at this first problem, Lori would draw a scale model of the garden she wants to plant. Her scale will be 1 centimeter equals 2.5 foot. What is the actual dimensions of Lori's garden? Remember, actual dimensions are 2 problems. So we're going to take our scale, which is centimeters over foot, and then centimeters over foot. We've got 1 centimeter is 2.5 feet. All right, and we've got to do a problem with the 4, and we've got to do a problem with the 8.5. So I'm going to do the 4 first, and it's centimeters, so it goes on top. And we'll circle these 2 numbers, and 4 times 2.5 is 10. So that would be 10 foot. On this side, I'm going to do the other one, centimeters over foot. Centimeters over foot. I've got 1 over 2.5, and then we're going to do the 8.5 centimeters. It also goes on top, x on the bottom. Circle those 2 together, and it's 21.25 foot. And the actual dimensions on your check-in or EOG will look something like 21.25 foot by 10 foot. Or in some cases, it may have an X right there. Okay, second page. Example 10. The length of the bases on a softball field is 60 feet. A scale drawing shows the distance between the bases as 2.5 inches. 1 inch on this drawing equals how many feet? Okay, so our scale or our units are inches and feet. And on the scale, the distance is 2.5 feet. So I'm going to make that 2.5 because 1/2 as a decimal is 1/2 or 0.5. And then the feet, the actual feet representative of that is 60. All right, 1 inch would go at the top, and it wants to know how far on the drawing what that equals. So this is inches and this is feet. So we multiply these, and then we come up with 60 divided by 2.5, and that gives us 24 feet. That's 24 feet is your answer there. All right. On a scale drawing, a rectangular room measures 3.4 inches, that should be S there, by 1.5 inches. The scale is 1/4 inch to 2 feet. Carpeting costs $15 per square foot. How much will it cost to buy enough carpet to cover the floor of the room? So we have two problems here, and it's going to be inches and feet for both of them. And we're going to have 1/4 inch is 2 feet. The first problem is 3 3 3/4. So if you know what 3/4 as a decimal is, you can put that as 3.75. Just remember, out of 100 or a dollar, there's 4 quarters, and each one of them represent 25 cents. So 3/4 would be 3.75. And that's inches, so we're going to put it at the top and X at the bottom. And set up my twins. I've got 3.75 times 2, which is 7.5, and then that's divided by 1/4. All right, so I've got 7.5 over 1 times reciprocal is 4 over 1, and 7.5 times 4 is 30. All right, now we have to do it using the 1.5, and we know that a half as a fraction is 1.5. So I've got inches over feet, and then inches over feet. So I've got 1/4 and 2, and then 1.5 inch, which goes on top, and then X at the bottom. 1.5 times 2 is 3, and we get 3 divided by 1/4. The whole number's over 1. So we've got 3 over 1, change the division to multiplication, and the reciprocal, and we get 12 over 1, which is 12. So we've got an answer of 30 and an answer of 12. And to find the cost, we got to find the area, which is length times width. And that's going to be 30 times 12. And 30 times 12 is 360 feet squared. Now up here in the problem, it says $15 per square foot. So to find the cost, you would take 360 times 15. And when you multiply those, the cost to carpet that room is $5,400. Example 12. The Sears Tower building is 1,454 feet tall. Abby wants to make a scale model that has a scale of 1/4 inch equals 50 feet. How tall will her model be? So we've got inches over feet, and then inches over feet. Our scale is 1/4 inch and 50 feet. The Sears Tower building is 1,454 feet, so it goes on the bottom, and it says how tall will the model be. And remember, the scale of the model is on top. So we're going to multiply these two. So we got 1,454 times 1/4. If we multiply straight across, we get 1,454 over 4. And if we divide those, we get 363.5. And then we have to divide that number by 50. And if 363.5 divided by 50 is 7.27 inches. All right, next topic is percent application. Remember, in percent application, if you're not looking for the total cost or price, you multiply by the decimal as a percent only. All additions in total cost price is 1 plus the decimal as a percent. All subtractions are 1 minus the decimal as a percent. And then restaurant problems you have to do separately. I'm probably going to use some of this room up here for this problem. Bill and his friends went to Red Robin. The order consisted of 2 hamburgers for $5.49 each, a chicken sandwich for $6.25, and an order of ribs for $12.99, and 4 sold is for $1.75 each. The first thing you have to do is add up the amount to get the bill. So we've got 549, 549, 625, 12.99, and then 4 times $1.75, and then you add all of that up, you get 37.22. And remember, the first thing we need to do is find the tax. So we take our amount, which is 37.22, and we're looking for the total cost. So it's going to be 1 plus 0.07, and when you multiply those, you get 39.83. Bring down your 39.83. And we're doing the tip, which is 20%. That is also an addition. So we're going to multiply by 1 plus 0.20. And the total bill is going to be $47.80. And the last one for page 4, Lisa's store collects 5% sales tax on every item sold. If she collected $2.20 in sales tax, what was the cost of the items her store sold? So we do that. We got a percent. Let's do the percent proportion with this one. And then, because sales tax is part, right? That's part of everything you pay. So we could put 22 there, and then we have the 5%, and then the 100. And then we're looking for the whole cost that they added the $22 to. So if we multiply 22 times 100, we get 2200, and 5 times x is 5x. There's your one-step equation. Remember, our objective is to get x by itself. So we divide by 5. These cancel out. And x is equal to 2200 divided by 5 is $440.